Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks. Pretty cool 3D design. Um, it's the shape of an S. I don't know that you'll ever draw that, but this is going to show you a couple of tools like the blend tool and back minus front. So we're going to take a six-sided polygon, and then I'm going to hit Control D and make a duplicate. And I'm going to move that down to here. It has to be touching. So I need to grab that node right there and make sure it snaps to. Now what I'm going to do is, you know what I should have done first before I did that. Let's just do this way. I've got to convert this to a curve. And by doing that, I get nodes. And I'm going to get rid of the nodes we don't need. We don't need those interior nodes. Now I'm going to take these two nodes and I'm going to right click and I'm going to break it apart. And I'm going to take my virtual segment delete key and delete that. Now I'm going to Control D and make a duplicate while holding down the Control key, and then I'm going to mirror it the other way. So, but these two parts are separated. They're both curves. So we're going to select that, shift select that, grab both those nodes, go up to Windows, Dockers, and join curves, and hit apply, and now it's one, but I'm going to take away that node. There's a lot of ways you could do this, but I think the best way is select all the nodes, right click, break apart. Then we got to select all the nodes with the pick tool and break the curve apart. That gives us individual lines. Now we need to make our cube. So I'm going to take a six-sided polygon again, and I'm going to take a 2-point line, and I'm going to go from the center outwardly or inwardly. Just make sure your node. Now here's a good little trick. I'm going to fill all of them in with gray. Now, if you look, I need one side a little bit grayer. I don't know what I did. So I'm going to select that. I'm going to hold down the Control key and I'm going to add a little darkness to it. And then I'm going to select the top, hold down the Control key and add a little darkness to it. Now I'm going to take away the outline and I'm going to group those together. Now we're a little bit big, so I'm going to just reduce it in size. And I think that's about right. So one thing you're going to want to do is Control D and make a duplicate, move it over. I don't need an indexing line. And I'm going to grab both those. I'm going to hit T to put them in the same line. But I'm going to make a bunch of copies of them. That's one thing I don't like about Control D. If you hit Control D and move it downwardly, I just want a bunch of them. Now I'm going to select them both. I'm going to go to Effects and Blend, and I'm going to blend them. I'm going to try 6 times. And then I'm going to go right here and blend along full path, put it on that path, blend along full path, and then apply. So I've got too many because now they just look like one piece. So let's just do it 4 times. That'll give us 6. Grab that, because when you have 2 already and you blend 4, you're going to get 6. That's still too many, because it all depends on what size you make your cube. That looks pretty good. Now I'm going to go ahead and break the blend apart and also ungroup them. Now we could try Control D and make a duplicate and mirror this over. And that pretty much worked, but I need to put that cube kind of like right on top of that one. Having a little bit of trouble. Okay. Now you can see that this is in front of that. So they're kind of grouped together. So I'm going to go to Object, Order, Front of Page. Well, no, backup page. Object, Order, Backup page. So now I've got to take these. Well, you know what? well, I've already taken that one away. I'm going to go to Object, Order, Front of Page. There we go. Now I need to put these. There's still a group. Object, Order, Front of Page. So that was part of it. I need to ungroup these. And I only need these 4. And then I'm going to go Object, Order, Front of Page. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that line because we've already used it. Now we're going to do the same thing, and we're going to grab these 2, and I'm going to go the 3 times and go to a new path. I missed it, so I'm going to put it on the line, and then I'm going to blend along full path. Now it'd be nice to just take it and flip it over, but it doesn't really work with the shadow. So I made a duplicate of that, and I move it over to that. And that's pretty much dead on. So we could group this together and flip it to this side, but it just isn't going to work. So we need to do the same thing again. Grab those 2, blend them. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and blend 3 of them. Well, I'm going to need another set. So I'm going to hit the keyboard and move these up here, blend this again, because I need these 4 lines. There's still a blend along full path, and go right here, blend along full path. I'm going to go ahead and do this side now. Whoop. This is a blend along full path. Now, you know what? We don't even have to do that because we have this right here. So I'm just going to hold down the control button and get it on that line. So those will be the same. Now this one, blend along new path, pick the path. I missed it. And I'm going to blend along full path. And then you could go ahead and do the other ones, but if you go ahead and go up here to Object, and I should probably break them apart, but I'm going to go front of page. So you get that look. And you know what, we could, there's still a blend. So let's make a duplicate and let's mirror it and just put it right there. And so now we need to take this one and put it to the back of page. I'm going to get rid of that line. Whoop, I didn't break the blend apart. Then we can get rid of that line. Grab that one and go Object, Order, back of page. And that's, well, let's just select all these. No, that's in the back of the page. No, it needs to be in the front of the page. Object, Order, front of page. And then you'll have to take this one, Object, Order, front of page. And then go one more time. Well, that's what it is, that I'm selecting that one. So I need to go to break the blend apart and go ahead and go object, group, and ungroup. And then I can just grab those 4, go up to object, order, front of page. That looks pretty good. Now we got one more line, but I don't need these because the way we did it. Now this line is longer, so we're going to add 5 blends and just kind of test it. We might have to go back, blend along full path. See, they're a little bit spread out. So let's back up. Let's go one more. Blend along full path, or blend along the new path. Blend along full path, and voila. Now we need to change that a little bit. So we need to object, order, group, break blend apart. And then the center ones are still in a group. That's the way the blend works. So group, ungroup. Really this one probably needs to be like right there. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to do it one more time. And I'm going to blend it 7. Blend along new path. Blend along full path. There we go. Now I'm going to go in. I've got it selected. Object. Break blend apart. And see how the front ones are they're still grouped together. Ungroup it. And really it's not, well, that's the way I had it in the first one. Really, I'd like it to be a little bit more on the line. But we can take this one and go, well, matter of fact, we'll probably have to take all of them. So I'm going to try to select them all without getting that one. Object, order, front of page. Well, I'm going to have to do them into, let me see if I can do 3 at a time. Object, order, front of page. Nope, you're going to have to do them individually. And this would be a very good one to make a hotkey for front of page. I don't have the hotkey is Control Home, but I do not have a home on the keyboard. So maybe I'll make another video and make a hotkey because that would save me all this time. One more, object, order, front of page. It's not perfect right there, but everything else looks pretty good. And then if you put a blue box around it, why did that one kind of disappear? Let me get rid of that line. Whoop. And whenever you can't grab the line, you can nudge. Let me set my nudge factor on like 2 inches. You can nudge this out of the way. Well, I don't know why it's not nudging. That is weird. Something's going on weird. It's a group of 6 objects. Let me make my nudge factor like 6 inches. That is, I've never seen that happen. Let me see what it, tell you what, let's convert it to a curve. That didn't change it. Anyway, it'd be kind of neater if that one was pulled over. Let me get rid of that line. That might be the problem. That's the problem. I was grabbing that other one. So delete. And you know what? We don't even maybe need that one. Let's see what happens when we move these back. There we go. It's still got a one line in there. I got rid of my blue. Maybe this is still a blend. Yep. So whenever you have a blend, it'll do that. And then just nudge these back. And then let's put a black box around it. Object, order, backup page. That's pretty cool. Now, I'm not going to say you're ever going to draw an S like that, but it'll give you an idea of, I see one more mistake. Take that one, go up to object, group, break blend apart. See, you really ought to always break the blend apart. There we go. That looks good. So maybe, well, so that changed that. Let's see if we can't grab, okay. Object, group, ungroup, grab that one, object, order, backup page. Okay, put it behind the black, so grab the black, object, order, backup page. Well, that messed up the other ones. Let me get rid of that line. This is where a hotkey would really, tell you what, take away your black for a little bit. There we go. Take that one, go up to object. I know this is a little bit confusing, but should have put it, no, that's right. So then take your black and go ahead and go to object, order, backup page. And then when you move your black over, they're still messed up. But anyway, stay tuned for part 2, and I'll make a hotkey that would really help you in this case. Anyway, I hope that helps somebody someday, and thank you for watching.